Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here, the final of the Seville Sevens. It is going to be the defending champs, the Blitzboks, who are currently on about a 33 match winning streak up against this tough Australian outfit, which currently the women's side are playing off up against Ireland, and they are losing this game 5 points to 12. We will keep you updated for the next few minutes about what is happening in that game as well. But these two sides in this next one coming up, it is going to be an absolutely cracking fixture and a great way to close out the Seville Sevens after some very intense action for the South Africans. We will quickly look through their starting lineup, talk about some stats, etc. while we are waiting. And also how voted for Australia as well, or who voted for Australia. And Hamish, what's up as well? So welcome in, mate. I hope you are doing well. Currently, the lineup is looking pretty good for South Africa. They have gone with, in the end, actually, now that I look at it, I know Zane Davids in the starting lineup. Makata, Ustays, and Grobela. Also will be Selvin Davids, Jadald, Sean Williams, and then also Adonis. Then looking through at the reserves that they have got, they've got Impi Visa, Zane Davids, JC Pretorius, and then also Naruvu. So very good bench for themselves, and also very good starting lineup for the South Africans. Looking through at the Australians, first we got your demise as well. Let's go Bockies as well. And there is your demise, and he will be excited for this game up against the Aussies. It's going to be a good one. That's for sure. It's probably going to be a close game for a while, and then one of the sides might be able to break away at the end. And also, we have got the beat for moderator, you earn it. As and there says your device. And also, Henry Hutchinson, he is going to be starting this match for the Australians. Corey Toole, also Roach, Turner, Dowling, Kurandrani, and Lawson. The substitutes that they've got Fasaki. Also, it is going to be Yul, Dunbar, Longbottom, and Patterson. Now, anytime he has made his way off, that's all the sound is gone. So this is Marco van Senvik. Is in my voice or the sound of the game? Because we can't actually show any licensing or licensed footage, but I can recommend World Rugby YouTube channel if you don't want to watch this game live. And also, we'll go there. Let's do this. It's on as Where's Ronnie been missing that small fellow as well. He's injured or not? And there says Morse. And also, we've got there. I voted for the Aussies. Never underestimate them, I say. And also, how is Seville Sevens as on there? Go Box. Says Stanley. So everyone going for the Springboks at the moment, but also a couple going for Australia as well. Seems to be a good spread at the moment for this one. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're going to be back in the near future. And I voted for Aussies. Never underestimate them, I say, from David. And also we've got there Longbottom as well. Says Henry Samuel. What is his last name? But boy, can he make an impact when he comes off the bench. Maurice Longbottom, he's absolutely sensational, setting up tries, scoring tries, and doing everything he needs to try and help his side towards a win here, possibly in the later stages of the game. Who knows? Like I mentioned, South Africa, if they win this game, they are second equal with the longest ever win streak in history. That is pretty impressive. And Aussies are to go into lead at first half, Box to win the game at the dead end as well, says Yodamas. And I would well and truly take that matchup if it was going to be taking place. Are you going to sleep after this game? Probably not. I think I'm watching Toulon play up against Stade Francais, and then after that, I will probably end up going to bed and crash. And also go South Africa, says Josh. And also we have got there. I can't see the Aussies win against the Blitzboks as well. All I want for the game to be close contest as well, make it an enjoyable final. And who is Seville Sevens? That is the location that it is taking place of this game. So we are in Seville, Spain. It's a very nice location. We were in Malaga last week, and hopefully we do get to see more competitions take place in Spain in the future. It's a very nice ground that we have got ourselves. And yeah, hopefully it does all run smoothly for this one. At the moment, the Australians are trying to fight back in the game up against the Irish. Now, if this game is a draw at the end of full time, it means that they will be going to extra time, and it will be starting a little bit later for the men's side of things. Currently, it's going to be very exciting. See how it does end up going. But anyone who is new, like I mentioned, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Dominic DeToy now just running down the wing, and that is actually going to be another try. And also, you can't live stream games. And can you really live stream the next game? So it says Henry Samuel, yeah, unfortunately, due to the licensing and copyright, it does mean that we are unable to show any match footage or audio, and also you mean live commentary, or it might actually be for Toulon versus Stade Francais, although I think at that stage my eyelids will be very heavy, so they might try and close on me, which wouldn't be good for the live stream. Otherwise, just sitting here like this, and then just, Mape's got the ball. I feel like it wouldn't quite have the same ring to it if that was the case. But currently, Australia, they are going to make it 12 all. There's still 2 minutes left in this previous fixture, so we will have to wait and see how it does end up finishing. And then we are straight into the action for the men's department. South Africa taking on Australia. These two sides were actually the finalists in one of the other matches that did take place a little bit earlier on in this series. It was in Dubai, And in the end, South Africa able to get themselves a very closely fought win. Now, that was actually the closest game we have seen between the two sides for a final in recent history. And also, we have got the Spain as a place I've always wanted to visit. It does seem very nice as well. And also, geez, that's a hard one to say about cities in the south of Spain, a very beautiful region as well. I'll put it on your bucket list and make the travel if you get the chance, or it's really worth it as well. So I might have to write that one down for Spain. I would like to go to Spain. Spain seems like a nice place. Overall, at South Africa, they did qualify first in their pool. I should mention Australia, they were also first, just a little bit ahead of the USA, which is why they got their opponent to be a little bit easier in the next stage, although it still wasn't an easy game for the Australians, of course, because at the end of the day, no game in sevens is easy. Definitely not when you have no idea what to expect from your opposition. Currently, still 1 minute left in this game between Australia and Ireland. And also, France is a place I've always wanted to visit. And I feel like going to a rugby game in France would be absolutely awesome. I know that the Sevens circuit, we have still got quite a few legs left, but the next one that has taken place, I will get it up and get you guys the exact date, but it is going to be in Singapore that their next one will be occurring. We'll go like this. We will go like this as well. There it is. So the next one that is going to be taking place, it is going to be the 28th, or sorry, no, the 9th and the 10th of April. That is actually the next time that we do get to see action, and that will be in Singapore. Then they head to Vancouver in Canada for a week. After that, they're going to Langford. Then after that, it is Toulouse in France. So they will actually have a little bit of sevens going on in the French regions. And then after that, they have got London and Los Angeles as the two that will be closing out the last leg of the sevens. So it is going to be on August the 28th. So we've got all of the sevens heading up to that point, and I believe they're taking the best seven scores that you do get for yourself, which is convenient number, of course, for a seven circuit, but it is going to be the top seven scores is how you see who is going to be up the top for the ranking. And what's the name of the famous opera singer or famous opera singer in French, but situated in Seville as well? You're asking the good questions, David, and unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to tell you for that one, sadly. I do apologize for that one. What would it be? I feel like it's going to be something to do with, is it the high pitch one or the lower pitch one? Do let me know. And also Bowden Barrett, Blitzboks looked up for it in the semis. Grovala was a beast. Selwyn Davids, again, genius, although slower than before the injury. And Justin Gerald, still the monster. Tell you what, it was absolutely insanely done. Currently, the Australians score this game, or they win this game right at the death, and they steal it from the Irish. You got to feel for the ladies in the green, because Faith Nathan has just crushed the dreams of the Ireland lineup. And that is going to be Australia once again winning themselves another sevens title. Ireland just missing out. But what a game it was between those two sides. That's kind of what we want here, isn't it? I try right at the end of the game where we do get to see pretty much one team win right at the final moment, maybe even extra time. I'd take extra time, similar to Spain versus Kenya, if they did want to give that to us. I'd accept it. I'd accept it with open arms, meaning the region of Andalusia as well, which is the south of Spain. Basically, you get that nice Mediterranean vibe of these places. I don't know either, to be honest. We'll look it up, though, and I'm lost. And there says your demise. You will need yourself maybe a compass. A compass is a good tool. You do get yourself lost. Overall, in real life, that's just a little bit of a tip as well. If you got a compass, although what way do you head with a compass? I've just realized my survival skills, if I was dropped in the kind of region of a bush, which I like to think that I'm next to the bush then rather than just dropping me straight on a bush. But it would be an interesting one. You just gave me a heart attack. I thought you said Australia won the title. I almost had a heart attack because I don't know. For the women's side of it, of course, is what we are talking about there. But Ireland, you can see the emotion on the faces. They were so close to being able to get it. This was their first ever final, though, and they have got a bright future for Ireland. So hopefully they can keep on building their way forward. But currently, Faith Nathan, very happy with that one. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, from the starting lineup, who are going to be the stars for both of these sides. For me, Super Sub Maurice Longbottom is certainly going to be able to have an impact. And I think in this game, Henry Hutchison is going to stand up alongside Corey Toole for the Australians. Looking through at the South Africans, boy, they have got some good players as well. And also, we've got if I was dropped in a bush, I'd be screwed. I'm in a wheelchair as well, says Herman. That would be very tough. Definitely if it is treacherous terrain. I feel like, to be fair, even walking up a hill is like hard work with I guess anytime you're in the wilderness, it just sucks. Unless you like camping, then it is all right. You just got to make sure you push through it and you just You know, as long as you get a fire going, you'll be all right. For that one, I don't thank God my heart was beating so fast now. You had me for a second, so says your demise. Looking through, I'm going to say it's going to be Christy Grola. He's got to be the man who steps up in this game as well, just purely because of how he played in the last game. He's absolutely outstanding. Shadold as well as my other player, and Sean Williams with JC Pretorius off the bench. That is a lineup that I am saying will be able to get the job done, possibly for the Springboks here in a very short moment when the game does take place. We've still got the national anthems, but that will be not too far away at all. So anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let's try and push for a like goal on this one. I haven't actually seen what we are sitting on at the moment. We will go like this. We are currently sitting on 8 likes. Let's see if we can push for 20 before the start of this match. We don't normally ask for likes on these ones too often in terms of like goals. Let's see if we can do it. Fire, water, and shelter there. That's the way to go. Marshmallows as well are a bonus if you want some s'mores. Do enjoy myself a s'more, that is for sure. And also, but wouldn't mind being dropped on the beach with a fishing rod as well. Don't mind the difficulties, as us, says Herman. Yeah, I feel like fishing is a lot of fun, isn't it? Definitely on a nice beach, on a nice day as well. As long as it's not absolutely bucketing down with rain, you're all good. I think David is referring to the Barber of Seville. I heard of it as well, but never went to see it as well. And then also the rugby league player that Kiwis bought, and is he with it as well? Why would New Zealand buy a winger and play him in the midfield as well? So pretty much that is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, I believe, if we are talking about him for the Blues. And, I mean, he's a very good player. He actually used to play rugby union when he was in the under-18s, I believe it was, or first 15 rugby was actually his more preferred game. But then he went over to league. He's a good player in league, and hopefully he does use that and just transition straight into union with no problems. But the Blues, they've got a strong backline for Super Rugby. We're covering Super Rugby on the channel as well for anyone who is keen on that. So be sure to stick around for those games in only a couple of weeks' time. And also the Six Nations starting very soon. It's however we're going to take it as well. Says Kevin. So he is going for the Blitzboks. The boys who are wearing the dark green for this matchup. We just saw the Australian women's side win themselves the title. But that is one thing we've seen quite a few times, that the Australian women's side win it and then the men don't quite get the job done. But they've got a strong lineup. Like I mentioned, I will go through the starting lineup for you guys once again, so you know exactly how it is going to be. But the Australians at the moment, they're all celebrating the win there for the women's side of it. Can the men do the same? Henry Hutchison, Corey Toole, also Roach, Turner, Dowling, Chris Kurandrani, and then also it will be Nathan Lawson, who's a big unit, and he is going to be starting on the field for Australia. South Africa's starting lineup, they've got Makata, they've got Ryan Oosterhuizen, Christy Grobbler, who is absolutely outstanding in the semi-final matchup when it did take place. Selvin Davids going to be out on the field, and we'll be hoping to make an impact as well. Sean Williams, also Jaduld is going to be out there. And then Adonis, who has actually been a beast in the last little while. And also Les Gars, and also we have there Carmen. And it says, David the Modern, congratulations to Australia to reach the final. He's Kevin exactly right. Both sides working extremely hard to make their way through. Australia having a little bit more of a one-sided game. Oh, actually, sorry, South Africa having more of a one-sided game. And the last one, but let's box to take this. Let's blast. As on there says Mawson also, I think the Blitzboks true colour is going to show once we play New Zealand and Fiji, says Herman. Although at the end of the day, while they are not there, they are still making an absolute tearing through all of the sides in these competitions for the Blitzboks. And it's going to be very exciting to see how it goes. But South Africa to take it, unfortunately, as well. Wait, aren't you South African, Kevin? I believe if I am not wrong. I also start talking about the game as well, says Marco. We are just waiting for the cinematics to be over as well. But the game does start in about 6 minutes' time. We have still got the national anthems as well. But anyone who does want to watch the game, it is on the World Rugby YouTube channel. And they will be live streaming the game completely for free. If you guys do want to check that out on why Fiji, Australia is on the level of Fiji, more just like New Zealand. We will be tested. Yeah, I guess that is true. Definitely, or it depends on the Fijian side that you see, though, of course. Because the most recent one we saw was not really the best example of Fiji because they were missing all of their big players, such as a Jerry Tawai, Tui Mamba, Tui or Naita Levu. I think he was also going to be in there for the Fijian. And also, this stage, we are getting very close to the game. They're showing the trophy. Two sides about to make their way out onto the field. The benches, they have actually only got the 4 players here for South Africa. Impy Visa, Zane Davids, JC Pretorius, and also Naluvu. Nothing wrong with that bench, though. That is going to be dangerous when it is the later stages. And also, hi. And there says David the Modern, I'm doing good. How are you? And there says Ollie Wilson, welcome into the live stream, mate. I hope you are. Keep them well. And also very excited for this game that is coming just around the corner. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We were hitting or trying to hit the like goal of 20 likes before we get to the start of this match. We're currently sitting on 17, so we're only 3 away Every like is hugely appreciated. And if Australia do cause the upset, I won't mind as well. And there says Kevin, yeah, it is certainly going to be a good contest. 2 minutes, 35 away. We've got 2 national anthems still to come, though. So I assume they will be starting a little bit later, and that is due to the women's game running a bit longer, and also that extra time game between Kenya and Spain that we saw earlier on today. Seems like an interesting piece as well, Carmen. We'll be sure to remember it as well. Says Sebastian there. And now the Australian national anthem. They will be showing a lot of passion. We've got a very blurry camera. Okay, now we have got Maurice's Longbottom's face on our screen, but Yul is probably another player to watch out for the Australians in the later stages. They just need to make sure that they don't gas out early, because the Springboks, no matter how much you try and run them around in the first half, they're back in the second. Doesn't matter whether you make them run a full marathon in the first. As soon as you give them that opportunity to make their way back out onto the field, it's game time. It's time to really step down and get that foot steep on the accelerator, and that is what the Blitzboks do so well, and that is why they are on a 33-match winning streak at the moment. If they win this game, I believe they actually tie the longest, or the second longest, in fact, with 34 wins. So they are going to be aiming for that as well. We have got there, what's the longest winning streak in Seville Rugby as well. I tried to Google it, but it was unsuccessful. So the longest one was 50-ish matches for New Zealand, and that was a little while ago. But looking at it, I mean, theoretically, the Springboks, they only need about 3 more undefeated series, and they're right up there. The AB's has the first longest streak of 50, I think, as I says your device. And also we've got there, David Lamont, how are you? But our Blitzboks can lose to any other nation, I see, and except for Australia and England. As are you doing any live streams tomorrow night? I don't think we've actually got any scheduled, so perhaps we do get the evening off for that one, unless we'll probably still end up filming a video or something along those lines. And also, well, in the 50s, as I says, Herman, yeah, it is still a little way away, but the Springbok side from South Africa, they are certainly building their way up very nicely. We have actually hit 19 likes as well, so we're flying up in the likes. I feel like I should start setting or kind of setting life goals, or not life goals, like goals more often. I probably should have a few life goals as well while we're at it. And also now we are here in the South African national anthem. You know that they play with passion. Neil has said, come on, Bockies, as he is wanting to see the South African side go on and get themselves yet again another title. I see there, it's actually Branco de Prea with a sling on, so that is why he is not playing. So they don't have him. They don't have Sawyers Wapi at all for the Sevens circuit, sadly, with the injury that he did to Stain in the last Sevens tournament. The worst thing is, it's actually while he was scoring a try, we can see the tears in the eyes of the youngster, I believe. Is that Ryan Oosterhuizen or JC? I think it was JC Pretorius, who they were showing there, and Herman has put the M there, and I don't think that this will be a close game. Don't know why. So I said, Stanley, there's a good opportunity for one of these sides to be able to run away with it. And it's more or less the Australian defence that I think I'm sitting on the fence for. Are they going to be able to make all of the tackles that they need to, or will the Blitzboks be able to blitz their way to the try line repeatedly? That is going to be now the national anthem's done. Any club mobile players here, as I says, the otherwise, and also both by George's Bissett as well. This is proper culture, and also David and Kiwi lads are my best friends forever, as on there, all my best friends ever from Ollie Wilson. But now the South Africans, they've had 5 wins in a row. Samoa, they had the bye, but it still counts as the win. Spain, they beat 33 points to 12. USA 24-19. Then Scotland, it was a tough game, but they were able to get 31-24. And then Ireland versus South Africa, also having a good win, 28-0 for that matchup. Then for Australia, they won against Kenya 42-0. That was a great start to the Sevens tournament for them. Argentina in the semi-final beaten 28-12. USA in the quarters 29-12. Popular number at the moment for the Australians to let the opposition get themselves 2 tries. But Jeremy Rozier will be in charge for this matchup. 127 matches. That man, I think we're all looking forward to this account. Let's go Aussie. And there, as I says, David Lamont, exactly right. And also just the last push, Blitzboks as well. You can take this Blitzboks. We love you as well. Says more. So we're ready to go, though, for this game. Corey Toole. Let's get into it. It's going to be a battle out there on the field. 14 minutes. I wish it would feel like an hour. It's not going to feel like that, though. It's going to be by just like that as well. Bocky, bring home another trophy as well. Invite me on Code Mobile with Jeff Ringer, South Africa as well. Or SA, I should say. But now it will be kicked off by the South Africans, going from left to right here for the final of the Seville Sevens. It's been a fantastic tournament so far with a great atmosphere. Can we get it built up one last time? The 3rd-ranked Australia, and it is taken nicely by Dowling, just outside of his 22-5. Back now to Roach. Gives it off to Chris Kurandrani, handling her straight away from him. Was a little knock on, or was it? No, the referee says it goes backwards, and it is still going to be available for the Australians. Dowling goes back across to Roach, trying to go straight through the gap. Great tackle there, though, from Jadald. Trying to get it on it was Selvin Davis. No, in fact, it was Adonis. Henry Hutchison offloads it now to Corey Toole. Finds it on the outside, gives it straight to Selvin Davis, so he is not on his team. And now South Africa, they have got this ball back 45 metres out. Henry Hutchison, he's trying to get out of there. He wasn't able to roll away. And they do take the quick dash. Jadald now looking to try and pierce his way through the gap. Nicely run by Adonis with the step on the inside. Corey Toole drags him down. And it is still going to be on the side of the Blitzboks. Williams with a good piercing run, not holding him down. And Dowling has to make the second ditch effort. That was a big knock on the chin there for Corey Toole. I think he might have either broken a tooth or broken the jaw there by the looks of it, the way that he is holding it. But that is going to be the knock-on advantage. Dowling goes straight through. Ball on the inside. Henry Hutchison not quite linking up now. Josh Turner throws it forward. And that is going to be the scrum feed for the Blitzboks. We have got there. Marco has said, let's go, Bok. What a start to the match. Everyone just running around there at 1,000 miles an hour. We've had handling errors. We've had action already. And we saw, I believe it was actually a slamming of the jaw of Corey Toole. I think he's all right. I don't think it's broken, but I think it certainly hurt him quite a bit. He's holding it. You have to give it a bit of that and hope that it is going to be going. So it's beautiful. We got this as well. And ouch, says Herman there. He seems like he is going to be all right to continue trying to get that link up between Dowling and Hutchinson. Just didn't quite work out. It is going to be the whistle blowing. Front row going down there. I think Henry Hutchinson actually completely lost the footing, which is something you don't see too often in a 7 scrum. Yeah, he's either bitten through the tongue or the lip or something, because that is pouring out as well for Corey Toole. So hopefully he is going to be all right. But I think it would have been the case of maybe when he was going for the tackle, kind of ended up going and biting down on the lip or something along those lines. And also come on, Bok, as well from Honey there in the chat. And last defeat of South Africa in the Cup final in Sydney 2018 was the last time for the men and women being able to do the double over the opposition, I should say, as well. It's going to be in there. Does he get the ball? No, not quite. Now it will be Oosterhuizen, goes back to the hands of Adonis. Low tack on him. Corey Toole once again taking the knock on the chin. Oh, he's just taken another one. Every time it's as if there is a target right on that chin of Corey Toole, and it is hitting it 9 times out of 10. And now going out the back line, Chris Kurandrani inside of that 22, now holding the ball in one hand, flicks it off, and it is going to be another loose ball. Currently, neither side really able to hold it. Now Dowling attacking the line. He seems like he wasn't running with a huge amount of pace. There's a South African player down. So they are playing with 6 at the moment. It's going to be Roach with the step. The Australians, they need to make the most of this. Corey Toole's mouth is absolutely pouring with blood there. Double blow of the whistle. And they are going back to check on the Blitzboks player. Hopefully he is going to be all right, but injuries could be coming thick and fast throughout this one. Is it Jadald who is down at the moment? It looks like it might be in the distance. They've still got options off the bench. If he is going to be staying down, they have got Impy Visa, Zane Davids, JC Pretorius, and also it will be Nalovu as another option. Currently, 4 minutes left in this first half. Like I mentioned, it might end up going through. I must have bitten his tongue as well. And this is Herman. So, yeah, that would be a very painful one. It looks like he is just getting some water to clean out the mouth. But every time he spits out water, it is just well and truly just bucketing out with blood for himself. So that will be, I mean, he's getting his iron in for the day. I guess that's one thing. He probably goes to the gym enough. Doesn't need any more iron. We have got JC, my hero, in the 7s. Tell you what, he is a super sub and a half. That man, anytime he makes his way out there, just scores a try. Just seems to be the trend that he does set, and he just continues to do that. West Branco de Prea, he did have his arm in a sling for the national anthem, so I believe that is why he is missing for this game, which is definitely not what they want now that they have got Jadald also with the injury. Sawyer's Wapi out for this one, and due to that, they actually brought in Sean Williams, and he's been sensational. But it looks like Ryan Oosterhuizen just having a bit of a chat with the coach on the sideline for South Africa. He'll be a bit nervous at this point in time, but a final after a final after a final. It's what you love. Selvin Davids. Is he getting subbed off? No. Okay, I was thinking for a second, why would you take Selvin Davids off in this situation if Jadald is English, I almost said, but is injured for this one. Currently now, Henry Hutchison, they're showing him. I mentioned that he would have to be one of the keys for the Australians in this game. They need him to step up, and they need him to go well as well. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like. And subscribe. Don't players usually go off for a blood injury as well, says Herman. I think because it's weird. I think it's because it's coming out of his mouth. It's fine for some reason. Like, as long as it's not visual blood on the outside, So because he can just spit it out, they seem to be all right with it, if that makes sense. I think that is the way that it works for the Sevens. And geez, the old dog's out as well. Stand up, Kurobola, as you can do this with Selwyn Davids. Tell you what, Kurobola, though, he's been sensational. In the last game, you'd have to say, standout player for that matchup, well and truly, man of the match. Up atop, Corey Toole, he'll be talking like this at the moment because his tongue will be huge after biting straight through it. He's got a whole heap of blood. It looks like it's slowly stopping. The bleeding, he's got blood all over his teeth, though. But don't you, it's like getting a bee sting on your tongue. I've never had it happen to me, but it sounds like it's a very painful experience because your tongue just swells up, which is exactly what Corey Toole will be experiencing. I hope he wasn't going to be enjoying a nice burger after the game because he won't be able to taste the thing, unfortunately, but might be able to taste the sweet taste of victory, perhaps, if the Australians can go on and win this one. But Corey Toole, for the series tries, he's sitting on 21 compared to 24. I think Shadol is actually still down, and they might be stretching him off the field. This might be more serious than first anticipated here. Looks like a youngster in the crowd with his Blitzboks gear. Rugby World Cup 2007 logo on the side of the hat. And he will be excited for the next Rugby World Cup coming up in 2023. And going to sound like he got a tongue ring as well. And then also, I give you that. Hope you are well. Says Barry Green, welcome in to the live stream, mate. Hope you are doing fantastic because this game is going to be an exciting one. Currently, 4 minutes left in the first half. There is the injury, though, to Jadol. So I really hope that he is all right because we don't like seeing injuries at all for any player, let alone one of the keys for the South Africans. And also why Superstar Sevens players, not huge 15 players. I never understood it, like Perry, Baker, and Carlin Isles, as well, some Blitzboks from the past, Cecil Africa, for example. I guess it just depends on kind of that situation of sometimes they do prefer the 7 circuit, a little bit easier on the body at times. So it could be the player rather than maybe so much as the team. I know that some players can transition between the two, and normally it's the more solid players, such as a Chris Kurandrani. We're seeing Samu Karevi, also Werner Koch, Sanatla. All those guys who are a little bit more bulky seem to go well in rugby union as well. And speed over power, says Stanley, and also Devold Human. You can do this whole this all night as well. And there says Mawson also. I know not Justin as well. He's a key player. Yeah, this stage Justin Jadol here, still down a player. Well, sorry, a fan in the crowd has actually got his binoculars out, looking on to that one. But it's a little bit of a stoppage in this final, ladies and gentlemen, just because of that injury. But as soon as it gets back to the action, we are going to be back for some more live commentary as well. We are staying here. Of course, we're not going anywhere. With the bench that these two sides have got, though, I am in full faith we're still going to get to see an absolutely phenomenal game between the two sides. Although this will feel weird because, of course, you sing your national anthem, you're fired up, you've hyped yourself up for the past like half an hour before the game. You're going, right, we're ready to go. 3 minutes in, you stop. 5 minutes where you are just standing there going, what do we do now? So pretty much it will be interesting to see how the adrenaline is going and flowing for the players. I'm surprised that players aren't just running at each other for Australia or South Africa, just trying to keep the body warm, keep them warmed up. Like Henry Hutchinson, he's doing some laps in terms of with the walking side of it, and someone like Carlin Isles or Baker on the wing in 15s would be unreal. That would be absolutely insane having him out there. That is for sure. Adonis and Dupree are currently having a bit of a chat. Or sorry, that's actually Selwyn Davids having that chat. Probably saying that they hope their teammate is all right, but also they will be talking about the next play that they are going to be making. And also, geez, are going down like flies. It's still on for the Blitzboks, as I says Morse. Yeah, Sawyer's Wappy gone. Chris Kurandrani giving him a clap as well. He's made his way off the field now, Jadol. He isn't actually walking off, though. They have got him on the stretcher. They don't seem to have the buggy that normally takes the players off the field. So because of that, it's a long walk off the field, and hopefully it's going to be all right. I'm not actually sure where the injury actually came from for that one as well. I just saw that he stayed down, Jadol. And yeah, hopefully speedy recovery for that man. And we've been following URC Games Sharks versus Stormers draw, showing ending to the game penalty as well. I tried giving to the Stormers to draw at 22-all. I saw that it was a penalty try, wasn't it, for that one? But yeah, I have been watching a lot of the URC, just not that game, unfortunately, due to the fact that we did have the sevens on at the same time with the Blitzboks taking on the USA, which seemed like too good of a game to be able to miss. But now it will be Turner. Once again, they blow the whistle, and we are back underway here for the sevens final, ladies and gentlemen. Currently still 0-all, and currently 4 minutes left in this first half. Dowling passes back to Roach. Got an attacking run straight away. Ball on the outside to Chris Kurandrani. Makata tries to cut him off. Ball nicely done now for the Australians. Back in the pace for Lawson. Doesn't quite find the offload of Chris Kurandrani. Straight on the ball there. It's a penalty to the Australian. Gets up straight away. Roach now passing it out the back line. The referee a little bit in the way, so they had to go back to, it was Dowling instead. Drawing past Roach. Chris Kurandrani pins the ears back. Ball on the inside. It's a knock on though, or is it? They are going to go upstairs. See how this one goes. And also, this is my first time watching Rugby Sevens. I'm new to rugby as well. Says Tom C. It is certainly an exciting contest. And also, it just flies by the games. What I will quickly do, Tom, for you, depending on whether or not the country, or depending on what country you're in, I should say, you might be able to watch it on World Rugby's YouTube channel. Would be a good option. How popular is Sevens compared to regular rugby union? It's not as popular, but it's probably more well known in a few of the smaller kind of countries for rugby union, if that makes sense. So the likes of maybe like a Russia or someone like that, they seem to do very well in the Sevens circuit for the women's side of it, whereas in the, I guess Russia aren't terrible in the men's ranking though. So what we will quickly do is we will go like this. So this is the link. There we go. And I think it is because of the fact that it's just such a short process. So because of it, you can literally get behind it. And awesome. Thanks, this Tom C. So that is the link. That may not be live for you at the moment, but as soon as this one ends, it's going to be, okay, it's a knock-on or a four-pass, in fact, from Chris Kurandrani. So they miss out on that. 15 is the main game as well. Says that Yodamise. Currently, so after this one, we'll be finishing. It will be about maybe 9:15 a.m. New Zealand time, so about 40 minutes, somewhere around there. The whole replay of the whole day will be on that YouTube channel, so be sure to check it out as well. And also, I've got there, please, people, like this page. There's so many votes, but only 25 likes this month. So, yeah, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is hugely appreciated. Kick down field once again from the Blitzboks on the halfway line now. Corey Toole, the bloody mouth boy, at this stage, as he is known. Well, he's not really known that way, but that is what happened. He did end up biting the mouth earlier, but now it's going to be Henry Hutchinson trying to get the draw and pass going. Chris Kurandrani gives it off. Now, once again to Nathan Lawson. Drag down Makata. Tries to join the breakdown, not quite able to. Corey Toole now back across to Turner. Both sides just a stalemate chess match here between them. Wide cutout pass out to Dowling. He's nailed in the tackle, though, by Adonis. It's a penalty to South Africa for flopping over, and I believe it was Roach who was penalised there. We got the Blitzboks. Patience is the key, and it grows in popularity thanks to its inclusion into the Olympics. Exactly right. A lot of people did enjoy that one. Now, Roach has got blood on his cheek as well. It looks like a little cut opening up, and also I've got there from MC Luna as well. I'm so glad I'm just in time for the final. Keep up the work, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated you being here for this one. Now going back across, and Selvin Davids gives it back across to Adonis, and they are going to be missing out on one of their key players that they would have loved to have out there. Was Jadol leaving his feet once again there, and Williams gives away the penalty this time, taking the tap quickly for Dowling. Well, it was actually Turner, in fact, but he just wasn't quite on the mark. This is tough as hell. And then who came on for Justin Jadol, sorry, I should say. At the moment, I want to say that it was, who was it, in fact? Who are we looking for? I think it was actually, I want to say it was Human. Or sorry, not Human. It might have been, in fact, JC Pretorius or Naluvu. I'm just looking through at the moment, and I'm not actually seeing the new meme. I think it's Naluvu who they did end up bringing on for that one. And the box says Truce Bob there. He's going for these South African boys. Currently on a 33-match winning streak. Yeah, it was Naluvu. Did make his way out there. Good attack and run forward from Patterson. Currently on the halfway line now for the Australians. Henry Hutchinson cutting up the gap beautifully. Great low tackle there from Sean Williams. So having to make it anytime there is a missed tackle in sevens, it opens up a perfect gap for another player to be able to try and make his way through. It's a good run forward now for the Australians opening up. Dowling goes himself. He's going to have to make sure he scores it. And he does just that. The Australians score between the posts. And he is going to be hanging on to that, waiting for a little bit longer for Dowling. Puts the ball down. And Australia take the lead in this matchup. 5-0 with a easy kick to come. So it will be 7-0 then. Seville, so far, he has been able to get himself 3 tries for Dowling, but very nicely done. And as well says Herman, and still got Selvin Davids. That is true. Don't panic. We are still early on in this game, so neither side are out of this game as of yet. The Blitzboks, like I mentioned, they were 7-0 down up against Scotland. They went on to win that game 26 points to 7. The Blitzboks finished match as well, and that will be exactly what they try to do here. But currently, around the side there for Dowling. He's been working hard throughout this match. Ben Dowling does pick himself up a nice meat pie, though. It does end up getting the try for his side as well. But I hope you guys are all enjoying. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is hugely appreciated. My voice is trying to leave me, but hopefully it will be able to stick around for the rest of this game. But Ben Dowling, 3 tries, 3 line breaks in it Seville so far. And come on, De Bock, defend and attack as well, says Herman. It's certainly going to be important in the later stages. Kicked off once again going high, only a few meters past the 10-meter line, but still on the side of the South African. Selvin Davids has left that one back for Adonis. Now going back across, it will be Williams. Ball on the inside to Oosterhuizen, just offloads it back to Williams once again, linking up nicely here for the South Africans. Wide cutout passes. Alvin Davids, he will be backing himself. You can't afford to let that man run down the wing. He was tackled almost a little bit late there. Kick forward from Grobbler. Kicks it again. The big man scores the try as well. And Christy Grobbler scores. What a try that is for South Africa. And that man, he was the super sub in the last game, or he was just phenomenal while he started the match. And now that is going to be Grobbler scoring the try. Selvin David started it, put it down the wing, little kick. And then from there, Grobbler, he had just enough pace to beat Ben Dowling. He doesn't seem to have a huge amount of acceleration, Dowling. I think he might be spawning a bit of an injury. And yes, Australia, says David the Mod there. And come on, Bok, time to turn it on, as well says Sarah. And they have chosen the perfect time to do just that. And now we are going to be heading into halftime. What a kick that is. 7-7 going into the second half, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, says Herman. And also, we have got there, nice to hear live rugby as well, says Oldie. I do appreciate you being there for this one. We have got plenty more rugby coming. We do Super Rugby, we do the Six Nations, and also the URC as well, international games. You name it, it will be covered on this channel. So if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe as well, and stand up, Bossy, as well. And it says more, and also that's what I love about South Africa. They can be trailing by try, but quickly bounce back. Exactly right. The Irish game, Ireland had the ball for about 5 minutes. South Africa had 2 phases. They scored 2 tries in those 2 phases. And come on, South Africa, says Josh. And also the Blitz. And they're from Zara. And also good final. This is what I wanted, a hard-fought contest and some drama. As I said, Sebastian, yeah, nothing better than a close final. Like, as much as everyone would love to see a one-sided final, of course, if you are supporting a certain team, you got to admit, a close final just puts you on the edge of the seat, gets the heart rate up. And it is always a very exciting finish to these games. And I feel like the second half is going to be no different. We're going to get to see some very intense action at the moment. The Australian Sevens coach trying to fire up his boys. This is their opportunity to end this winning streak of 33 matches. And yes, Barry, like the Stormers. And as us is Antoinette there. And the chat as well. Okay. Harry Hutchison, he's firing up a side. This is getting me hyped up for this game as well. He pretty much said, we just competed for 7 minutes 55. We've only got 7 here. Let's go out there. He's used profanity, but I won't be able to say it, unfortunately. But he pretty much said, let's go. Let's get this one done. And the question is, can they do it? The Australians. Blitzboks, says Yodgesh. And of course, the South Africans, they are all tuning in for this one. They're all in attendance. And it's Salaga, or not Salaga, that's combined the two. Seville, it is. In fact, and also we have got to appreciate the channel from South Africa as well. Says Dexter, thank you very much. We are covering all of the sevens in the near future, including Singapore, which is the next competition. And also, it's so still now, I thought my phone freezed as well. Says it was there from your device. I'm very good at standing completely still. Like if I was playing a game of like statues or something, I feel like I'd have a decent chance of winning it. That's gone back onto the side of Australia, and they retain their own kickoff. Corey Toole now trying to get the step going. Naluvu making the tackle. I see Zane Davids now out on the field as well for the Blitzboks, firing it back now. Josh Turner goes across to Ben Dowling. I would probably take him off the field soon. Ben Dowling, he just doesn't seem to have that acceleration. They're going well and truly back here for the Australians now. They lost about 30 metres, and it's a penalty to South Africa due to joining the breakdown incorrectly. Now going back out the back line. It's Oosterhuizen and one more. Adonis. Forward pass for that one. It's going to be given as a try, though, for Grobbler. Are they going to be checking it? They're not. It is the try to Grobbler. And he has scored 4 now in this one. And also we've got there. Let's do this as well. Leave everything on the film, my bossy. And there. And also Lowell says crazy and said, was this forward or was it just the angle? I'm going to have a look at this one. I feel like I called it forward straight away. I normally get them wrong, though. What do we got? Hands went backwards. I would say it was extremely flat, but the hands, they were going in a backwards trajectory. Trajectory, is that the right word? Not really, but we'll go with it. Anyway, and also South Africa, says Josh, and also forward, says that Dex there. And it goes over for that one as well. And fantastic commentary. Thank you for your impartial professional show as well, says Steve Troy. Thank you very much, mate. And I feel like that is the best way to describe what we do on the channel. It's pretty much no matter what, even if the All Blacks are playing, even if a New Zealand side, someone else around the world are playing, we're still going to call it straight down the middle as well. And I feel like that is something that it seems to make it a lot easier for you guys to be able to follow along if you've got your favorite side. Because if I was just one-sided, then it would make it, if you were going for the other team, it probably wouldn't be too much fun. They once stayed in the field of play for the Australians. Now going back across, trying to always drop the ball though, Roach. Claiming that one 5 meters out. This is a lot of pressure. Corey Toole trying to break through. Naluvu, it's a penalty to the Australians. Double blow of the whistle, and it is going to be the yellow card now. Yes, you don't let them in. Don't give them a sniff. And also, Hamish could be a literal mannequin as well and keep the pressure. Blitzboks says Marshall. Hopefully I've pronounced that correctly. Do let me know if I have got that slightly wrong, though. But now, Josh Turner will be kicking this one for touch. And unfortunately, Darren Adonis off the field for the next 2 minutes. Box fitness seems great. They just keep running. Like, that's the thing. I mentioned it in the first half as well. You can run the box absolutely ragged in that first half. You can make them run a marathon. They'll come out in the second half like they haven't even got a sweat up or anything and just keep on going. If I try and run to the letterbox, which is only about 20 meters away, I'll start puffing and probably end up all hot and sweaty. These guys do it on a daily basis. Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it works out. That's going to be another try, is it? Yes, it is. Oosterhuizen might have just gotten that one down. Lethal mistake from the Australians, and it could have just cost them this match. And also NC Luna, New Zealand won in 50 consecutive games. Is this going to be 30 back-to-back winning in the Cup as well? Says Barry Green. I think they are sitting 34 wins in a row if they win this game. And they are getting close, but it was reached out. That's a try for Ryan Oosterhuizen, and that is going to be another one for the Blitzboks. Oh, wait a minute. So they're saying maybe Seven Gold was able to score it. Maybe Josh Turner scores it as well. I don't think it ever left the hands of the South African player, though. Well, they have to wait. Oh, it might be foul play. In fact, it might actually be a yellow card. Blitzbok as well. Says getting there. And these Blitzboks run the mountains every day. Their training is very intense as well. Right. Oh. Okay, Josh Turner has led with his knees there, which does mean it's probably going to be at least a yellow card. And lucky man, and there's says Stefan, welcome in, mate. And also who says now, and also the box says Freddie and South Africa the best, says Chris, and they are certainly proven that at the moment. It's been absolutely phenomenal work from the Blitzboks throughout this one. 5 minutes left now. Okay, so they're saying it is going to be the try. So that's not just going to be a few points for South Africa. They are also going to have the reward of a yellow card for Josh Turner, who will be off the field for the next 2 minutes. Okay, so it's like how many cups? I won back-to-back as well. And this is Barry Green. A little bit, I guess you could say, for that one. But yeah, 34 will make them second longest in terms of the win streak. And also Henny has said, go Blitzboks, as Hamish the Mannequin is your nickname from now on as well. And also, yes, says Moss. And also thanks, Herman, as well. Well, that's impressive. And also, you should commentate at the Rugby World Cup 2023 when the Box retain the Webb Ellis Cup, says Diggs. And I can guarantee you one thing. We are covering that whole competition every single game, whether it's who's playing, who's a kind of low team. That's the thing. There's not really any real low teams. If it was Cook Islands versus Tahiti, we would be covering it for that World Cup. We are doing every single game. That's not a good example of those sides missing out on qualification, but no matter what, day or night, and it's going to be all night because it is in France, 34 wins in a row. And well, as well in there says, yes, indeed. And currently now 21-0 for the Blitzboks over the Australians, but Oosterhuizen just keeping that ball alive in the end. And now Josh Turner, he is joining Darren Adonis off the field for the next 10 minutes. So both teams missing a few of their key players. That one has been slightly overcooked there. Oh. Okay, so it is going to be South Africa now with the line out, I should say. For that one, and also 21-7, you mean not nil. As well, sorry, I do mean 21-7. I did get that one slightly wrong. But currently, 2 more tries required for Australia, both converted in the last 3 minutes 45 if they do want a chance of going through. And also, Sky must open their bloody eyes. Go on, get Hamish. He's our boss. As on there, and Licky Henny. And there says Amel. Now going to be going back. And now Luvu passing it off to Williams, who has been sensational in this competition. Coming in for Sawyer's Wapi is not an easy task. He's done brilliantly, though. Stay safe, bro. As well, says Aldi there. Is that you too, mate? JC Pretorius, the super sub, as I like to call him, because no matter what, that man scores tries. Now I'm back across, a little bit of a loose pass out to Selvin Davids, one-on-one with Corey Toole, does a little chip and Jason. That is one thing that he does absolutely outstandingly throughout his career, is just finding options other than just running the ball. He doesn't just step, he doesn't just fend. He also does the little chip and chase, little grubber, as well as Zane Davis now 40 meters out for the Blitzboks, stepping on the inside. MP Visa with a good fend on Dowling. Breaking a couple tackles as well. Roach not quite able to hang on to it. Selvin Davis, the ball's been knocked down. Double blow of the whistle. Josh Turner, he's just made his way out onto the field, and now Longbottom's going to have to go onto that seat where he was sitting. And also minutes left for us as well. At this stage, we have got ourselves 3 minutes left. For some reason, this says 14, but it is not the case. Australia playing with 2 players in the bin now, or just the one. The other man has made his way out onto the field, I believe, for Turner. So because of that, it does mean Turner returns. Longbottom goes off for the deliberate knockdown. That's why we say when a new half starts as well, or that's what we say when the new half starts, says Stanley. I did mention about it as well, for the fact that it was 7-all at halftime. The Blitzboks, they have their potential of scoring so many tries. Selvin Davis once again going for the little grubber in behind. Sits up though for Henry Archison, trying to get the footing back. He has been dragged down by Sean Williams though. Now going to the short side, Corey Toole once again. Good step there from Adamson. Straight on the ball. Patterson, in fact, it's a penalty to the Blitzboks. Once again, going for JC Pretorius. Gives it off to Williams. Goes himself, almost able to pierce the way through. It's good work there from the Australians. He wins the penalty back now for Australia. Still 2 minutes, 14 left, and there is still another 2 minutes left in the yellow card. In fact, a minute and a half left of that yellow card. Josh Turner stepping on the inside nicely once again. Good offload to Henry Hutchinson. It's going to be shut down pretty quickly by the looks of it. All of the Blitzboks just jumping all over him. Is it going to be the penalty? No, it is still going to be in the hands of the Australians, though. Like I mentioned, they need to try and they need it soon. It's going to be Josh Turner, steps on the inside. He's fired up. That one has bounced into the hands of Louisville. If he didn't catch it, could have been a yellow card on the other side. Don't give them a stiff. Keep the pressure on as well. Sees a more stab at now. Going to be offloaded back. MP Visa takes it nicely. Takes it to ground. 1 minute, 37 left. It's going to be a little bit of a loose pass. Didn't quite find the answer, Zane Davis, but instead JC Pretorius making his way forward. Spins out of the tackle. Davids once again. Selvin Davids it was. Looking for the wide cutout pass soon here for MP Visa. Goes instead short to Williams. Drawn pass. Adonis sees the corner, and Adonis scores the try for the Blitzboks, and this will keep the streak alive. It is a certainty that they will be able to go on and win this one now, the Blitzboks. And thank you for your commentary, Amish. I would be lost without your effort as well. Says Irvin, no worries, mate. And also anyone who does want to watch this game after, I know that it is quite annoying with the fact that I'm not able to show the game. That is due to copyright, but I do recommend World Rugby's YouTube channel. They are going to have the full lineup of all of the games that have taken place over this weekend. As soon as this one is over, of course, that is when they will be bringing it in. So I highly recommend checking out all of those matches throughout the Sevens tournament. You'll be able to see the South Africans just keep on building that win streak. Well, those are honest, you are a beautiful man indeed, and also great commentating as well. And say, I think I know what it means, Stefan, so I'm not going to say that one. As our game set and matches, as says Herman, and lovely stuff, says Robert Jones there. Yeah, the Blitzboks, they will move on to 34 in a row, and they will be heading into Singapore, tied for the second longest winning streak in history. The highest was 47 for the All Black 7 side in South Africa. Are on a 33-game winning streak. They are just showing that this will be 34 after this one. Hala, South Africa, as well, says Marcel. And also, we have got their Rainbow back as well, says Ruben. And they have certainly fought hard in this tournament, the Blitzboks. And Adonis in there says that Gilly, he's going for him as well. No, it's just to say that they are going to win as well, says Stefan. And that is going to be Zane Davids now trying to make his way forward once again up to the 22. And the Blitzboks, they have not finished scoring the tries in this game. It's weird how close this one is going to be. MP Visa in terms of to the score that I will mention in a very short moment. MP Visa scores though, and he gets another one for South Africa. And just to put the final bit of icing on the cake, and they will be eating that cake later on in celebration, the Blitzboks, 31 points to 7 now. And what happened to the close game, I guess you could ask, and what happened to New Zealand? I haven't seen them in the competition. So pretty much they are stuck in New Zealand not being able to get back if they do leave the country. But hopefully in Singapore, we will get to see them back alongside Fiji as well. And close game Aussie, but still in this one as well. Or close game Aussie is still in this one. Says it crazy and saying good call, Amish as well. Thank you very much. A tough game, not close as well, says Stanley. Yeah, that's the thing. 7-all at halftime and then 4 unanswered tries in the second half. Love it. Blitzboks, you can do it all night as well. New Zealand are in isolation. They are there by the corner of the world as well. And also, I don't know why these teams bother playing the blocks at this point. I mean, it's always a tough game. And at the moment, I mean, Argentina, they proved last week it was closer for them than it has been for the Australians a couple of times. But Nonetheless, South Africa, the Blitzboks, they didn't have Soyas Wapi. They've got the injury of not just in this one of Duprea, but also we saw a big injury earlier on in the game for Jadol. I really hope he's all right. I'm actually going to wait around till the medal ceremony. Hopefully we do get to see that man make it out. Was a conversion missed to make it 28-7 one moment. We will go like this, and it does go up to 33-7 there as well. We'll be back to have All Blacks and Fiji coming back, or will be great to have them coming back. So yeah, it is certainly going to be a very exciting one. And Jerry is in the chat. Welcome in, mate. And South Africa, says John, and shot for the commentating. Give you lads no worries at all. We are going to be back for the sevens coming up soon as well. And like I mentioned, we are going to go like this. That is the link to World Rugby's YouTube channel. After the ceremony is finished, that whole live stream for today, yesterday, and the day before will all be on the YouTube channel. So be sure to check that out if you are keen for a little bit more of the sevens action that we will get to see for ourselves in the near future. But the Blitzboks, what can you say other than just absolutely well done? Once again, they have just shown the dominance of that South African pack that they have got themselves well. This is turning into a hiding now as well. To think only 7 points are scored in the first half. Exactly right. And it's just crazy how quickly this game changed. But Christy Grobbler once again ended up just standing up in this game. Ryan Oosthuizen also getting the try. Darren Adonis and Impi Visa was the other try scorer. Ben Dowling was the only try scorer for the Australians. There were 3 yellow cards throughout this match. 1 for Dowling, 1 for Longbottom, and then also also the yellow card did end up going against Adonis for this stage, and this turning out to be a dirty drubbing as well. And also Box tearing sevens apart, as I says Barry. And also when they're going to final, they're going to win Box sevens as well, says Barry Green. Well, this was actually the final, believe it or not. So because of that, it does mean that now we have to wait until the next competition, which is going to be in Singapore. I can tell you guys the exact dates for those upcoming ones that we have got shot for commentating. Give you lads, says Dex, no worries. And also get biltong now. I haven't actually tried biltong, but I would be quite keen to try some at some stage. I feel like it would be a decent one. And Neil has said there, thank you, Buyota. And there is no worries at all, mate. And thank you very much for tuning in. You guys always make these a lot of fun compared to if I was just sitting here for myself. And it is hugely appreciated. If you guys are keen on Super Rugby, the Six Nations, URC, Rugby Championship, more of the sevens action, the Gallagher Premiership, Champions Cup, all of those ones, we are covering them on the channel as well. So be sure to stick around. Also, a little bit of gaming thrown in there as well. Biltong is the best meat ever. As I said to him, and I'm correct, South Africa, the best rugby, says Chris there. And I think at this stage, that is undisputed at this stage of the competition. You can't really take anything away from the South Africans in these games. And also Biltong as boss, says Christian there in the chat. But now we will go here. So it is going to be Singapore. That is the 9th and the 10th of April. So still a few months away, unfortunately. We're going to wait till that next one. But as soon as it's come around, we are going to be doing it. And it should also have New Zealand and Fiji included throughout that one. Then for this one, Vancouver, straight after that, the next week. Then a little bit later on in the month, it is going to be Langford. Then from there, Toulouse in France, London the next week, and then followed in August by Los Angeles. We're heading to America for the final leg of the sevens of the year. It is the best 7 scores. We'll send you biltong as well. And there, Cesar Agali. I feel like from what I have heard, it sounds like it is extremely nice and also just a very nice kind of snack to go with the rugby and get average biltong along with proper rice. Hopefully I've said that right, but I feel like I well and truly done. All Blacks and Box are simply the best rugby, and chili bites as well, says your demise. And also, man, what's up, says Mr. Cookie Boy. Welcome into Livestream, mate. Hope you're doing well. The moment South Africa's points are up, they are 88 currently for their points. Their points differential is 430 in favour of the South Africans. Second is Argentina on 70. Australia sitting on 66. USA 55. France sitting on 46 alongside Ireland, who are also there at 46. England on 38. Kenya 31. And then Fiji down there actually in 11th at the moment, sitting on 24. Germany on 10 at the bottom. And thank you for your exciting commentary as well, says Paula. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Fiji, Samoa, and AB's not playing. There are different animals on the field, says Yanni. Exactly right. And it should be very exciting to see how it does end up going when they do rejoin into the competition. The main man, as well, says Damon Drake. Welcome in to the live stream. Biltong can be expensive in Cape Town as well. Brilliant, thanks. You have to try biltong. As I said, Steve, so perhaps a video could be an idea, trying South African snacks. Perhaps we could give them a go in the future. And Fiji, I believe AB's, yes, indeed, where there's all in there. There's your demise, and also in South Africa in general, it's expensive biltong as well. So I guess it's like kind of, I was going to say carbohydrated, but that's, of course, when you put bubbles in drinks. But it's like dehydrated meat, isn't it? If I'm not wrong. And also, we look at there sending Sendamish Biltong. He has a boss as well, and now you can chill your voice and have an ice cold drink as well. I mean, I've got some lukewarm water at the moment in my glass, but I'll probably end up filling it up with something a little bit colder a little bit later on. Sorry, being out with the sevens. But the England team is a mixed right, like the British as well. Pretty much a little bit of teams from the Gallagher Premiership have had quite a few inclusions in that one, but pretty much it's England, Wales, and Scotland now all going as their individual groupings. As I try to meet, yes, as I says Hammond, and also Hamish for president as well, says Gallagher. I don't know about that. I feel like I would make a terrible president because I wouldn't be able to work out what to make as rules as well. Ice Cold Black label try it is on there, says Gavin. So I feel like as soon as I do end up doing a South African like kind of food video, if I do end up doing one, I will definitely need you guys from South Africa to let me know what the best snacks are to be able to get, and let the Kiwis go get the Fijis as well, says Ruben. And also we have got there in the chat, why don't I have a drink of champagne to celebrate win, Kiwi lads? I mean, I'll have a drink of water, and I can what else have I got? I've got a biscuit out there that I might be able to have. It sounded very sad, didn't it? Just got a biscuit, but biscuits are all right. There we go. That has gone down. I know they're not good, but is that not actually fair? Right, as well. Yes, Damon Drake. So pretty much because they were multiple countries, they had to break it off for them. England, actually, they managed to get themselves 6th for this one, which wasn't terrible for themselves. Or actually, they got themselves 5th. And cheers from Robert Jones. And thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciate you being here. And also would like to see All Black Sevens against South Africa. And I think at this stage, the only place that we can do that is on Rugby Challenge 4. But maybe, who knows, if you guys are keen to see that, we might be able to do a gaming video in the near future. So I'll drop in the bush, catch an impala, and make some biltong as well, says Stanley there. Currently now all of the medals being received by the South Africans. They're starting to get a little bit of a collection. If they went out with all their medals, they'd have serious neck pain from having to hold about 7 of them all around their chest for this stage. And Coke and rum as well, says Stanley. And funny, I give you lads when you see the ish, it does sound sad as well. It is very, and also only certain biltong from the farm is the right ones. There are the stores is yucky farm made fresh biltong is the best. On the shelves as well on shop farm biltong and yucky homemade ones as well. And this says demise, and also we've got some homemade biltong is tasty, but then you might buy or you must buy the right ones. So yeah, I feel like I'll have to learn what brand is the best, won't I? If I do end up going for one of the biltong options. But like I mentioned, the next games of the 7th, it is going to be on the 9th and 10th of April. Everyone's celebrating. And once again, these two sides were both up on the platform last time. And they just decided to once again be up there for one more time. Would love to see you start your own rugby school or something like that as well. And it says Darren Dre, so who knows, maybe in the future we can see how it does end up going. And also some homemade biltong is tasty. And then you must buy the right ones as well. And also we've got the we're really winning. As I said, South Africa, you are indeed. You were able to get the win, 33 points to 7, and they're all celebrating. All Selwyn Davis just fell off the platform. And he was going, did anyone see that? Adonis is going, yep, they had the camera on you. So unfortunately, that is going to be something that does go all over your social media and in the near future. And you guys have beef jerky in New Zealand, am I correct? Same as Biltong, Kiwi lads. Yeah, we do. We have got Carl's, or not Carl's Jr., what is it? Jack Daniels beef jerky, I think it is. Wait, no, Jack Daniels, is that alcohol, Jack Daniels? Not sure. One of them is that one. And Kevin has put hello from Wales. Welcome into the live stream, mate. And you'll be excited for the Six Nations, I assume, for next week, because it is going to be an absolutely epic one. We're covering all the Six Nations, all the Super Rugby on the channel as well. So be sure to stick around, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I feel like if it was up to me, I would just continue talking all throughout the morning, but it seems like we possibly may need to stop talking or else my voice might disappear. And you're looking to go into pro commentary as well, says Chris. At this stage, we actually only started our commentary about a year and a bit ago. So I think I'm still very green in that regard of kind of learning how to describe the game. I think we're getting slowly better. And did we just get on, as I said, CSM? Yes, unfortunately, it is one-sided for that final. But we'll have to wait and see how it does go for the next leg. But that is the World Rugby YouTube channel, everyone. Be sure to check that out if you do want to see the full match replay of this game and also all the matches from throughout the day. And also Beef Cheeky looks like Biltong, but very different as well, says your device. You have Selwyn, no more bells. And there as well. I feel like it's all the medals around his neck. Maybe that's making him a bit lopsided, falling off the platform for that one. I didn't actually, one moment, I'm going to go back and see whether or not Shadolda's out there. I see Branco de Prea. Okay. Jadolda's not out there at the moment, so I'm hoping he's going to be all right. He did get stretched off the field earlier on, maybe some sort of serious neck injury for that man. Hopefully nothing crazy, though, and he will be able to go back. You guys have beef jerky in New Zealand? We do indeed. A little bit of beef jerky from, I want to say it's Jack Daniels, but I think Jack Daniels is actually alcohol. Jack Daniels whiskey, Jack Daniels beef jerky. It might actually be called, Jack Link's. Okay, we got Jack Link's beef jerky rather than Jack Daniels. I know it was a Jack somewhere in there, and also to support the Australian team as well. Oh, no, you got to send them back. The Australian women's side were able to get the win, so surely they get to stick around for a little bit longer, just as a little bit of the we bring one friend type thing. Also, I think beef jerky, same as biltong as well. One moment, we will go here. Can I find a decent sized picture of beef jerky? It's a sentence I didn't think I would be saying today. Right, we're gonna go like this. Save image. It's a web file. How do I save it? Copy image address. Okay, I'll save the image address. Now I go like this. Pops up. Can I save the image? Now it comes up as a web file, so that doesn't help us out. Unfortunately, it just takes me to the beef jerky page. I was going to try and put a picture up on the screen, but they won't let me download it as well. They are not. They are just too good as well. And there it says Irish Pizza. And also, we've got the I'm going to cry. So it says TSM, and also those medals are too heavy as well. Says Kayla. Yeah, got plenty of them as well. And also, we have got the Gavin says South Africa are not. I'm not too sure what that word is, so I'm not going to read it out just in case it's something bad. But it could be something good, but I don't know. Unfortunately, Iberia not the same as well. And also, a beef jerky, same as biltong, never as well. And not the same, not even close as well. And also, we were there because we lost. And the spices, everything is different in there. And I do think they are better than New Zealand and Fiji. These are expensive for the South Africans, and they just continue to build and build and build. 34 matches in a row. The Blitzboks have been able to win for themselves, which is absolutely phenomenal. The try scorers in this game, once again, before we do end up sending off for the end of this live stream, the try scorer is 2 for Christy Grobbler. He's been absolutely phenomenal for his side throughout the whole 7 circuit and just everything in general. That man has just stood up and kept on going. They didn't have themselves a Branco de Prea in the final. They lost Jadald early on in this matchup as well, and also no Soyas Wapi, who normally has that veteran experience to really help a side through in terms of not letting them get too thrown off. Racing 92 actually bet to lose. I just see, and Stade Francais are winning up against Toulon 3-0 for anyone who is curious about that one. And beef jerky is never the same as biltong. Never, never, ever. As I says, Erica, I should say, and Go Blitzboks SDG, and also not scared. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, they are certainly not scared of any opponent at the moment. They just keep on going and going. And as there's still travel restrictions in New Zealand, that's why New Zealand Sevens can't come. I don't think it's so much the travel restrictions, it's the getting back into the country afterwards, because they do need to quarantine for at least a week, and that needs to be a managed isolation. And there are just no spots. I think it's like 30,000 people trying to get 1,000 spots or something like that. So they are going to be missing out on that one, which is also why the New Zealand cricket team didn't go to Australia for the other time. But Christy Grobbler, like I mentioned, 2 tries. Ryan Oosterhuizen able to get one. Also, Darren Adonis scoring, and Impey Visa was the other man who was able to get it. And geez, old dogs fell off with injuries. Grobbler starting to prosper as well. Selman Davids, the O, and there as well, says Amors. And also Ben Dowling, the only try scorer for the Australians in this matchup, which will be disappointing for them because they did have a good chance of being able to possibly go through and get themselves towards maybe 1 or 2 more throughout the match. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy this channel, or not this channel, sorry, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Like I mentioned, we've got plenty more rugby coming, plenty more other sports as well with cricket that has been kicking off in the last little while. But thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope you do enjoy the rest of your day / night / afternoon / evening / morning. Did I say morning? Maybe as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. Why don't you commentate women cricket, South Africa versus West Indies? So it says Barry Green there. I mean, it is an option in the future, perhaps, to see how it does go. But yeah, we will be doing some of the Cricket World Cup, I believe, as our rugby isn't the same without New Zealand coming from us, as says TG. And yeah, hopefully it is going to be the case that we see plenty more of the 2 teams in the future going head-to-head. Erica, I said thank you and have an amazing day. I feel like the best case scenario, I've just thought of this, New Zealand had a 47-match winning streak. South Africa, they are currently on a 34-match winning streak. They've just done the past record for New Zealand in terms of second place. That match, 47 in a row, or 46 in a row, have it New Zealand versus South Africa. That would be absolutely awesome, because then it's like, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best in terms of that record, and that would be exactly what they might be able to do. Get some sleep. Brilliant job, Amish. Says Gavin, thank you very much. Going for a slash now. Cheers, says Gavin. And there as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all for